welcome everybody. We're going to do a little preliminary kickoff to our new relationship with our partners at Slyman Brothers. So we're here in their beautiful showroom in Baldwin, Missouri, right down Manchester Road, just south of 141. So, I apologize, west of 141. I don't know my directions yet. So I thought we would cook up something a little fun today. My son's a big fan of fried rice, but sometimes we don't like to pack on the pound. So we're going to do a little bit of a healthy alternative. I've got some cauliflower rice here, which is basically just cauliflower, right? It's broken down, and you can buy it. Today, for the show purposes, I just bought it pre-riced. You cannot do it. We're gonna add some peppers, some heirloom carrots, some chicken, shiitake mushrooms, a little garlic, a little onion, and then I've got some sweet garlic soy chili sauce here, and alternative to soy sauce. So to get started today, we're gonna use this amazing Induction Cooktop by Wolf. And what's cool about this is once you power this sucker on, it's all touch, right? So we get a little action on the buttons here. It's being that it's induction, you can turn it all the way up. It gets hot immediately, and it's all touch screen, but you can still put your hand on it and it doesn't burn. So it understands when there's a pot and a pan versus a human hand. So pretty amazing safety feature right there. But let's get started. So in order to do this, the thing that's going to take the longest out of everything, believe it or not, is probably going to be the carrots. So it takes a little bit to get them soft, boil them down. Chicken's pretty quick, so we're going to pop that in. Cauliflower is last. We want to maintain a little bit of crunch. So in order to get started, I'm just going to put my chicken in the pan here where I got a little oil in there. Should hear that start to go as soon as I have this turned all the way up. I can hear it popping. That's pretty darn cool. So we're gonna cook this up. I'm gonna chop the chicken down, and then we're gonna dice it and add it to our rice. Thanks for coming back. So now we're gonna move on to the movie magic that happened while you're gone as I dice this chicken up for it to cook a little more evenly and to make quick work of it, right? So we're going to now work on the vegetable part of the stir fry. So I'm gonna start with our onions and garlic so that I can simmer up and get some oil in there. What I always found best is to, after you get this first skin off, this is the cry part supposedly, but I like to dice things up in a way that is easy. And so I learned this, where you don't go all the way through. Maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you don't. It blew my mind when I first saw it, because this is a quicker way to dice things up without having to make a big mess. And I don't need to use the whole onion anyway, so it keeps it intact. And then you just go this way on there, and now I'll be able to kind of shave this off as needed for however much I want to use in the dish. And the reason I'm going onion and then garlic first is so that I can get my oil kind of infused with all that stuff. So then you just go like this, and then all your little dices go right into the pan. All right, so easy peasy onion squeezy. I'm not going to go too overboard with the onion. Put as little as much as you like in here. The whole idea of this is, like I said before, I know that when my kids cook with me, especially my younger son now, they eat better. I'm just breaking up some of this garlic so we can add a few cloves. I like garlic, so I'm going to put a little more in there. So I've got my garlic. I'm going to smash this up a little bit. Right? Release some of those juices. Let it kind of simmer on its own, and then just pop that in there with my onion. So the cool thing about these oven tops is that they don't really get hot until you need them to, and then they get hot instantaneously, and they cool off almost immediately too. So this will come to a boil in less than 2 minutes, and you can still put your hand on there because it knows the difference between a human hand and the cooktop. So pretty amazing stuff. Nice technique. The next thing I'm going to put into here is a little more oil to get that going, and then I'm going to add some heirloom carrots. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I feel like they taste different than regular carrots. Maybe they don't, but they certainly look cooler, especially when you're doing something like a stir fry. It gives you a little color splash, something that's a little bit different, so you're not just using your orange carrots, right? So I'm going to dice some of these up, give it some crunch, give it some really texture variety. So I think that if you're a Brooklyn Nine-Nine person, It's always described as mouthfeel. What's the mouthfeel of the dish? So hopefully this gives it a better mouthfeel, right? No rhyme or reason. Just chop these suckers up. Get some different colors. I like the purple a lot. Cooks down, kind of looks like a purple yam, but tastes like a carrot, maybe a little bit sweeter. I've always found the carrot juice in general is pretty sweet. I like carrot juice or beet juice just by itself. Not only is it a healthy alternative to store-bought juice, but if you're doing it yourself and have that luxury, you're gonna save yourself a ton of money because a bottle of like pure carrot juice is like $8 at the store, which is kind of nuts for 24 ounces of anything that's not gasoline. So my big part about adding fruits and vegetables to the thing is not only, like I said, does it get the kids involved because they love the chop, the prep, get something else, but you're getting a lot of what you wouldn't get other places by adding all this nutritional value. And take these, add to my onions and my garlic, break down some shiitake mushrooms. So I prefer a little bit of a bite. I like the taste of a mushroom. Some people do not. Again, this is just kind of the main purpose of this dish is the cauliflower alternative to the rice. Beyond that portion, put whatever you want in there. But I'm trying to find ways to kind of maintain a healthy lifestyle, but still enjoy the food I eat. And my son loves tacos and he loves fried rice. And so we always try to find ways to do those things in a way that's not going to just be like Taco Bell and McDonald's all the time, right? So this is what we find works for us, but you do whatever works for you. If you're just now catching the show or didn't hear the beginning part, is at the Slyman Brothers showroom in Baldwin, Missouri. And we're going to be doing some exciting stuff with them throughout 2025. We're very excited about getting some of our other hosts out here for Punchline to show us what they got in the kitchen. Not only is Slyman Showroom a fantastic place to do something like this, we're partnering with them to build out a fully functional kitchen, and along with them is Premium Kitchen and Bath, also located in Fenton, Missouri, near where our studios are for Punchline, in the Adventure Unknown building. And John and Candace at Kitchen Premium Bath are working with Mary Beth here at Slyman Brothers to design the ultimate kitchen set. So it's going to look really cool. Hopefully it looks half as great as this one does. And if you're in the market for a new kitchen or kitchen appliances, definitely check out Slyman Brothers at either of their showrooms in South County or Baldwin. But also check out Premium Kitchen and Bath. You're looking for a build out and design with quality that people know what they're doing, that's the first place I would start. John and Candace are not only very kind people, but they're experts in the field, so they know what they're doing. So it's already starting to get a lot of color into it. As my son likes to say, it looks cute. All right. So I'm going to wait on the sauces. One of the things I was talking about is if you add something with too much sugar in it early on in your cooking process, not only is it going to caramelize, but it's going to turn into like almost like a thick paste, and it'll taste burnt. Same with soy sauce. If you put it in too early, it's not good at high heat. Certain oils don't do well at high heat. These are things I didn't know when I first started cooking. Kind of learned the hard way. Similar to putting a pot in the microwave. It just doesn't work out, right? So be careful what you do, know what you're getting into before you do it. So as this simmers down, all these vegetables in here, once those kind of marry a little bit and get simmered, then we're going to come back from the break. We're going to add the rice. We're going to add the chicken. We're going to put it all together, and we'll have the guys come from behind the scenes, step out here and take a bite and see how it tastes. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. All right, thank you for staying tuned as we finish up this healthy, somewhat healthy, actually it's really healthy. Now that I really think about it, we got chicken, just bare chicken. We've got vegetables of all kinds, heirloom carrots. We've got shiitake mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, and garlic. And now we're going to add the cauliflower rice as the finishing touch here in place of regular cooking rice. Trying to make a mess like I did. The best part about this oven, though, like while we're looking at this, is that I can take this here. I made a mess on the countertop. Sorry, the cooktop. So with an induction oven, what's neat about this is it's going to hold some residual heat. But as soon as you take that off of there, you can wipe this down, and you're going to get a little warmth, but you're not going to get burnt like an electric oven where it takes several minutes to cool down. And so you can keep cleaning as you go so nothing gets baked on or added to the mess. So I'm gonna take my chicken and I got the broth and the sauce that I cooked in. I'm gonna combine it with all my colorful vegetables over here. And that'll be one of our serving dishes there. Take that, turn this off, boom, bam. Add the sauce now. So now that we're on a low simmer, this is gonna kind of heat it up, marry it. We're going to add our sweet soy garlic chili sauce directly to the meat and veggies. Okay, more alike to taste, whatever you'd like. And to the rice directly, I'm gonna add a little more soy sauce. I don't use too much soy sauce, it's very salty. Even the aminos that you get as an alternative can be quite salty as far as flavor goes itself, right? So take this, toss this up a little bit, put that chicken broth in there with all of the vegetables that have been simmering down, the garlic and the onions. And overall, you know, like I said, I think the main focus is to how can we eat healthy but still eat delicious. I'm gonna turn this heat up. That was always my main purpose, is when I started being health conscious, just kind of trying to maintain the fact that I'm a foodie at heart and I love food. So I want to make sure that comes across in everything we do. This is coming to a high simmer. You can do it, hear that in there. I didn't plate very well in preparation. So as that simmers up, I'm just going to get some plates ready. We're going to serve this up and we'll see what everybody thinks of it. So we'll catch you for the ending and the final taste test right as soon as we get back. And thank you for tuning in. All right, welcome back for the last part of the segment here. So we're just going to plate this up. I'm going to have a few people try it. Trent is here from Slyman Brothers. He'll give us an honest grade on how this food tastes because we don't pay his paycheck. So he'll probably tell us. However, Sam is always honest about everything, so I'm sure he'll give me his honest opinion. But Lucas is looking to get an internship spot here, so he might lie a little bit. So let's have that skewed just in case he's like, oh yeah, no, it's delicious. I totally want to work with you guys. And then after he goes in the parking lot, just like puts it all in the trash can. All right, so very colorful. Using those heirloom carrots and the different colored bell peppers. A lot of it is just trying to be aesthetically pleasing as well as tasting good. So just pile that on there. The cauliflower rice, like I said, you can eat like a pound of that stuff. This isn't technical terms, by the way. You can eat like a pound and it feels like you're not really putting on any calories. I love it. I like it way better than rice because rice in general spikes my sugar. So I'm going to plate this up and we're going to let the gentleman take a bite. Trent, you want to come over and let's see how you like it here. What is it? Our fancy cookware. And then Lucas, if you want to come over.
It's good.
Is it good?
I like the carrots in it.
Okay. And you're a growing boy. Lucas, you run track as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so how many calories do you have to eat a day?
3,000 to 4,000.
3,000 to 4,000.
Wow.
How many, like if you ate 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, do you think you'd be able to walk?
No.
I wouldn't.
Very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very good. I like the color on it. It's very good.
Good.
It's got good spice.
Good deal. So first cooking show with Slyman Brothers is our partners of success. Remember, check out Slyman Brothers if you're looking for any appliances, whether it's just kitchen, your washroom, your dishwashers. What else you guys got? This fancy dancy coffee maker. This thing's insane. I love that. I was scared of it though. You guys kind of had to show me how to use it. See-through refrigerators. Anything that you can think of that you need for your home as an appliance, make sure you visit Slyman Brothers, 2 showrooms, South County and Baldwin.
Hampton and O'Fallon.
Hampton and O'Fallon as well. So check them out, or they can go online, slymanbrothers.com. Right, it's over 60 years in business almost. Right at 60 years
This year.
in business. And if you're looking to get a build out that looks smooth and sleek, or whatever your style is, make sure you visit Premium Kitchen and Bath. Candace and John down there will take care of you. They're located in Fenton, Missouri, and soon to be open up in Chesterfield as well. So thank you all for joining us today. And now we're going to turn the cameras off, and Sam and I are going to dig into some of this food too.